Medieval Motivation, 100 Quotes for Fitness Warriors. Greetings, noble viewers of the MD Talk Health and Fitness channel. We bring you something quite unique for today's episode. Embarking upon a journey, be it towards a healthier body, a calmer mind, or the finish line of a long-distance run, mirrors the quests of old. A time when knights roamed the lands, kings ruled with wisdom, and philosophers pondered the mysteries of life. Dive into the rich tapestry of the medieval times with us, as we unravel 100 inspiring quotes attributed to notable figures from this era. Each quote is a beacon, guiding us through the path of resilience, discipline, and perseverance that every runner, fitness enthusiast, and health-conscious individual must tread. Let the wisdom of the past fuel your journey to a healthier, fitter, and happier you. And now, without further ado, here are 100 medieval quotes for our Runner Stories for the Road playlist. Haste not, rest not, for the world is wide and there is much to explore. Marco Polo. From discipline comes freedom. Aristotle. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. Alexander the Great. Fortune favors the bold. Virgil. The mind unlearns with difficulty what it has long learned. Seneca. A lean body and enduring muscle are won by toil and maintained by effort. Galen. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. St. Francis of Assisi. Do not wait for the last judgment. It takes place every day. Albertus Magnus. Truth does not change because it is, or is not, believed by a majority of the people. Giordano Bruno. The body must be nourished, physically, mentally and spiritually. Hildegard of Bingen. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Al-Farabi. Exercise, temperance, fresh air, and care of all the powers of the body can preserve health. Avicenna. Change is the only constant in life. Heraclitus. To keep the body in good health is a duty, for otherwise we shall not be able to trim the lamp of wisdom, and keep our mind strong and clear. Buddha. For the unlearned, old age is winter. For the learned, it is the season of the harvest. Hasdai ibn Shaprut. To find yourself, think for yourself. Socrates. Give me a place to stand and a lever long enough, and I will move the world. Archimedes. It is a rough road that leads to the heights of greatness. Seneca. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Eleanor of Aquitaine. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Leonardo da Vinci. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Seneca. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. Plato. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. Saint Augustine. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Aristotle. Energy and persistence conquer all things. Benjamin Franklin. Do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Joan of Arc. The greatest wealth is health. Virgil. We cannot become what we want by remaining what we are. Charlemagne. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Epictetus. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. Aristotle. Dignity does not consist in possessing honors, but in deserving them. Aristotle. Give light, and the darkness will disappear of itself. Desiderius Erasmus. Patience is the companion of wisdom. Saint Augustine. There is no greater sorrow than to recall happiness in times of misery. Dante Alighieri. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Seneca. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. Oliver Goldsmith. Know how to listen, and you will profit even from those who talk badly. Plutarch. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. Eleanor Roosevelt. Courage is knowing what not to fear. Plato. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. Lao Tzu. The first wealth is health. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do every act of your life as though it were the last act of your life. Marcus Aurelius. All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Julian of Norwich. Greatness stands upon a precipice, and if prosperity carries a man ever so little beyond his poise, it overbears and dashes him to pieces. Seneca. It is health that is the real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver. Mahatma Gandhi. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Ralph Waldo Emerson. A strong body makes the mind strong. Thomas Jefferson. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. The harder you work for something, the greater you'll feel when you achieve it. Unknown. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. He who angers you conquers you. Elizabeth Kenny. Change your thoughts and you change your world. Norman Vincent Peale. Action is the foundational key to all success. Pablo Picasso. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. The greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. Geoffrey Chaucer. He who fears he will suffer, already suffers because he fears. Michel de Montaigne. A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. Francis Bacon. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Edmund Burke. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. B1. Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. We are what we believe we are. C.S. Lewis. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Epicurus. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Peter Drucker. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. Love is a smoke made with the fume of sighs. William Shakespeare. Keep your eyes on the stars, and your feet on the ground. Theodore Roosevelt. Don't count the days, make the days count. Muhammad Ali. Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. Buddha. The future depends on what you do today. Mahatma Gandhi. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Napoleon Hill. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Saint Augustine. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. Charles Kingsley. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Mahatma Gandhi. The best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. H. Jackson Brown Jr. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Health is not valued till sickness comes. Thomas Fuller. The only journey is the one within. Rainer Maria Rilke. Perseverance is not a long race, it is many short races one after the other. Walter Elliott. Even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. Martin Luther. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis. Well done is better than well said. Benjamin Franklin. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. Robert Collier. Health and cheerfulness naturally beget each other. Joseph Addison. It always seems impossible until it's done. Nelson Mandela. If you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Booker T. Washington. Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. Christian D. Larson. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Albert Schweitzer. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. Nikos Kazantzakis. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Arthur Ashe. To love and be loved is to feel the sun from both sides. Saint Augustine. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Marcus Aurelius. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes but they don't quit. Conrad Hilton. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Marcus Aurelius. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. Steve Prefontaine. Let these timeless quotes inspire your journey towards health, fitness, and personal triumph. Keep pushing, keep striving, and remember, the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Until next time, stay healthy and keep moving forward.